Hey, and thanks for joining our Amazon Accelerate Recap web series, where we're just going to dive a little bit deeper than some of our previous coverage of some of the topics that were discussed at Accelerate. And today I'm super excited to talk to you about Buy with Prime. This is a really cool program for sellers that I've been involved with since the beta launch, and I've really seen some great success for some of our clients. So just again, super excited to walk you through some of the updates that were surfaced at Accelerate because there were some pretty big ones. Just let me, I guess, roll it back real quick for anybody who might not be familiar. Buy with Prime is an opportunity for sellers who also have their own website, whether it be Shopify or BigCommerce or a number of other different web store providers. When you have your own web store, you can incorporate Prime shipping into your web store by using the Buy with Prime button. And so that lets sellers know that when they are shopping on your website, not only can they use their saved Amazon payment information like they can with Amazon Pay, this option, the Buy with Prime, gives them the ability to actually check out and have their order fulfilled from your FBA inventory. So they're going to get that order within the terms of their normal Prime membership, which is really great because it does kind of have that enhanced trust. It also has, those guaranteed quicker turnarounds. And so it's just really a great thing overall for the shopper, which means it is, of course, a great thing overall for the brand. In this case, Buy with Prime, after months of testing and research, the finding has actually been, you can see it here on this page, Amazon's Buy with Prime increases shopper conversion by about 25% on average. So that's a pretty huge lift to your own website. 1 out of every 4 shoppers who visit your site is now more likely to convert than they were prior to using Buy with Prime, which is a pretty cool update. So just diving right into the things that we learned at Accelerate. Some of them are just kind of revelations, a little bit more, data to support the program. And then some of them are actually new releases in terms of product as well. So the first thing I talked about here, new customers, more sales. I already told you about the conversion rate, but the additional research that was done found that 3 out of every 4 shoppers who check out with Buy with Prime are actually brand new, like net new shoppers for your website. So those could be Amazon shoppers who now have come over and are buying from you directly, but they also could be just net new shoppers who have maybe visited your site before, but didn't pull the trigger to check out because there was, some barrier to entry. They had to sign up for Shop Pay or, something related to the website itself. But now that they see they can shop using their Amazon payment information and getting those Prime benefits, now they're ready to check out. So just by having that Buy with Prime button on your website, you're more likely to bring in some brand new traffic or at least brand new conversions as a result. Another feature that was announced that people are very excited about is the Buy with Prime cart. For those of you who were early adopters for Buy with Prime, you might be familiar with the fact that every checkout for Buy with Prime had to be an individual order. So if I wanted to buy a red pair of shoes, I had to check out for that red pair of shoes. I could order 2 or 3 pairs, but I couldn't check out with other items at the same time. There was only the option to buy now with Buy with Prime. And just about a month ago, the option to build a cart was introduced. So now within your website, shoppers can build a regular shopping cart or they can build a Buy with Prime shopping cart and be able to add any Buy with Prime eligible items to that cart and check out all at once. So it's a much more convenient shopping experience for the shopper, but also in addition to that 25% lift we've already talked about just from having the button, having the build a cart option leads to an additional 15% increase in Buy with Prime units per order on sites featuring Buy with Prime, which, that's another pretty substantial increase as a benefit from having this product or having this program on your site. The biggest announcement, I think, that everyone really was talking about was the introduction of shared reviews. So you have reviews on Amazon, you have reviews, your endemic reviews to your own website, But now you have the option to share your Amazon reviews to your own website. So where you may already have spent years curating reviews on Amazon and don't have as many supporting reviews on your website, shopper may be less sure of the quality of the product, or how they can trust that product when buying directly from your site because the reviews aren't there. The ability to share those reviews across to your website from Amazon and having all those trusted Amazon reviews is a huge benefit to the shopper. And again, another increased conversion. Early results, you can see right here at the bottom of my page, early results show that merchants who added reviews from Amazon to their site experienced a 38% increase in shopper conversion on average. And again, this is on top of the 25% just for having Buy with Prime. This is on top of anything that you're getting from having built a cart, or those new shoppers that you're just drawing in again from having Buy with Prime. So just opportunity upon opportunity upon opportunity to increase your sales and increase conversions from partnering with Buy with Prime. And then another great benefit that was announced and that is rolling out to users now is 24/7 support, just like shoppers would have on Amazon for their orders. Now there's 24/7 Buy with Prime Assist, which is customer service for Buy with Prime orders. Amazon is providing to shoppers on your website for no additional fee. So, obviously Buy with Prime has its own additional fees that are built into the program, but there's no added fee to the program. You don't have to opt in. That is just available all the time for anyone using Buy with Prime, which is a pretty cool perk. And then I guess I kind of lied before when I said that the ability to integrate reviews was the biggest conversation to come out of the Buy with Prime announcements at Accelerate, because the reality is the big deal was Shopify joining Amazon on stage to announce the release of the Buy with Prime app for Shopify. So again, those of you who have kind of been involved since early days, especially those of you who were Shopify users and wanting to utilize Buy with Prime on your Shopify site, something you may be familiar with was Shopify did not want to allow that integration. It was there, you could do it, but sellers were getting a warning that this could impact their website and possibly cause them to have their website deactivated or restricted for terms of service violations. And it was just a really big deal. And this went on for months and months and months, where Shopify and Amazon just couldn't play nice. So it was a huge surprise to a lot of people when at the keynote for one of the days at Accelerate, Shopify showed up on stage with Amazon and they announced this app that's going to make it super seamless and kind of reduce this operational burden for those users who have Shopify stores and are integrating Buy with Prime. That app is now available. It is pretty robust already, but they made it clear that more features and more functionality would be rolling out over time, just to make that even more of a dynamic tool to make Buy with Prime just something that Amazon sellers who also have Shopify stores really cannot live without. So those are the big announcements that happened at Accelerate with regard to Buy with Prime. I think each one of them in their own right, super, super important, super critical updates to things that are happening on Buy with Prime. But that won't be the end of what's going to happen with Buy with Prime over the coming year. So if you're interested in learning more about Buy with Prime, we definitely invite you to take a look at Amazon's page, which is right here, buywithprime.amazon.com. This is where you're going to find a little bit more information about how to enroll, all of the things that are available. If you are one of those Shopify users and you want to get early access to the app, there's the link to get signed up there. And then, of course, the pricing, which is always a big question. All of the information about getting started with Buy with Prime is going to be right here on this page. Again, buywithprime.amazon.com. You can go check that out. But also, we'll link below to our resources from Accelerate, which will include more details about the Buy with Prime updates from the show, as well as a 2-part blog series that have details about every single announcement that happened during that 2-day event. Again, thank you for joining us today, and definitely check out our other videos in this web series.